This is what they don't tell you about like having long, weird layers. You guys would not believe I have like 2 claw clips. I don't know what's going on there. Anyways, whatever. Today's video is very highly requested. I'm gonna be showing you guys my favorite makeup that I like to wear when I want to make an appearance. It's not everyday makeup, but it's also not quite full glam. I would say this look is my version of a bunch of my favorite aesthetics smashed together. You have clean girl, siren, bombshell, all in one. Also put a little bit of like fall, autumn twist on it. I definitely did a good job covering all of my current favorite products in this video. Also, quick note, if you click the bell under this video, you can actually be the first to know when I post. So I need you to grab your iced coffee, maybe a little pumpkin spice latte, and let's do our makeup together. Before we get into today's makeup tutorial, I wanted to take a minute to walk you through my glass skincare slash makeup prep routine. At this point, you guys know glass skin is pretty much my bread and butter. Regardless of what makeup look I'm doing, even if I'm not wearing makeup, I really prefer having a really radiant, glassy complexion. And after years of research and trying out so many products, one thing that I can say hands down is Korean skincare is the way to go. Which is why today I'm so incredibly happy to be working with Yepoda. The results really speak for themselves. I mean, this is my face before I did the skincare routine and immediately after. It is literally instant glass skin in a really simple routine. And I can't stress this enough. Your skin prep is so crucial for how your makeup turns out. So let me actually walk you through some of my favorite products and the order in which I use them to achieve this look. Every good makeup routine starts with a good cleanser, okay? We wanna have a really fresh, nice canvas. I'm a huge proponent of double cleansing. It has worked absolute wonders for my skin and really helped me prevent breakouts and also have really clean, glassy skin. Yepoda's Calm Balm is an incredible product because it combines coconut and olive oil. So I feel like it really does a good job getting all that gunk out of your skin and loosening up any makeup at the end of the day. And then what I'll do is I'll take their double bubble cleanser. It does have salicylic acid in it, but it's also balanced with other really nourishing ingredients like pomegranate antioxidants, which does a good job cleaning my skin, but I don't feel stripped and dry afterwards. We're going for glass skin, babe. We do not want that stripped down effect. That is the opposite of what we are trying to achieve. After cleansing my skin, I love a nice, refreshing, soothing mist on my skin just to add even more hydration and prep my skin for the upcoming skincare or makeup. Yepoda's The Mist Tap is such a good one. It has hyaluronic acid and one of my personal favorite ingredients, lavender. Very calming and soothing for the skin. Another product I cannot recommend enough by them is the Glow Hero Serum. This is very unique to a lot of other serums that I've tried. It's a hybrid of an oil and a serum. It has jojoba oil in it, which I find works really well for my skin type. When you layer makeup on top of this serum, you guys, it gives you the most radiant finish, and also it's not too heavy of an oil where it's gonna go clog your pores. My skin has responded absolutely beautifully to this. Another pro tip is for makeup prep, what I'll do is I'll mix a couple of drops of the serum with the Make My Day cream, which is also a really lightweight, thin feeling cream, but the moisture and hydration is incredibly rich on your skin, which in turn makes your skin look like glass. Obviously. You guys, I really feel like I'm tricking people sometimes because they just think I have perfect skin. This does not look like I have a full face of foundation on. It kind of just looks like my skin is naturally perfect. But today's secret is the Yepoda Korean skincare routine. And as I mentioned, you can do this routine on its own just as skincare, or as you can see, it pairs absolutely beautifully underneath makeup. But either way, this routine is a surefire way to get that perfect glassy gloss skin that we all know and love so much. Thank you so much to Yepoda for partnering with me for today's video. I am having a ball with these products, and without further ado, let's get back to the tutorial. The way I put so much trust into my laser hair removal. Girl, there's hair there. It's just thin, but there's hair there. Have I shaved it? Have I touched it since I finished my treatments? No. Let's get into this makeup. Also, if you notice this thing on my hand, I got stitches 2 days ago, actually. So I've been keeping her protected. I was actually just like trying to test my Gordon Ramsay skills by listening to a podcast, watching a YouTube video on silent, and cutting a whole apple in my hand, using my hand as a cutting board. which I have to say, I have been doing that for a long time. I think I usually do the initial chop on a cutting board, but then I'll do the slices into my oatmeal, like just using my hand. However, this day I was super distracted. I just have a lot of travel and stuff coming up. I had 3 to 4 different stimuli going on at once, and I basically, if you're squeamish, just skip ahead like 30 seconds, okay? Blood, trigger warning, trigger warning. I basically was trying to cut the apple in half and I like missed when I was like scoring it. And so basically I came down at my hand at the same force that you would cut an apple. And I'm not like super squeamish when it comes to blood. Sorry, I'm going like full Wednesday Addams on you. Actually, the scar is pretty Tim Burton, I have to say. And I like stuck my hand underwater to like wash off the blood. I like couldn't hear for 10 seconds. Like I went like actually completely like ringing in both my ears. And I was like, okay, like this is not just a normal cut. And then I looked at my hand and I was like, oh. Also, we're gonna do our brows first. Precisely my brow pencil. I have a little bit of like a hyperpigmentation spot in the front of this brow, which is giving me the illusion of a thicker brow. This is where you can actually see the kind of like slightly unhinged character that I have within me. So I actually continued cutting the apple. Like I just pulled out a cutting board. I'm holding my hand, like putting pressure on it, holding my hand like straight up. And I finished cutting the apple, added it to my oatmeal, took the oatmeal into this glam room, did my lash clusters in case I do have to go to the ER, because a diva always has her lashes on. And then about 20 minutes had passed. I had my breakfast, the lashes were on. I removed the paper towel and I'm like, yeah, we gotta go. Had to get 5 stitches. It was an interesting morning. I don't know, sometimes it's just something really little like that almost feels like a fender bender accident, where it's like that's the best kind of accident you can get into, because it kind of makes you understand how fragile life is and how everything can like change really quickly. Because imagine if I had missed my hand and like, I don't know, it had gone to my face or my eye or my neck or something. I kind of had a little like come to Jesus moment with myself, and I was like, girl, you need to be like a lot more grateful for everything, because everything can change. Like nothing is promised. Your hands actually have a lot more nerves in them than you would think, and so damage to your hand can actually like give you permanent damage. I wasn't like crying from the pain, but I actually started crying in the car because I just started learning a new instrument and I was like, fuck, like I'm not gonna be able to play anymore. Okay, moving on, enough about my Tim Burton hand. So the base is looking really good. I have recently been obsessed with this Makeup Forever palette, and I've talked about this a little bit on like my Instagram reels and stuff, but obviously I've kind of dug into her a little bit this summer. I really love this palette because in the summertime, like after tanning and whatnot, it's really easy to still like mix whatever shades you need and have like the perfect color. Like as you can see, it just disappeared. Also, it's really great coverage. While I have these dark spots on my face, it really helps me feel confident because it does such a good job with coverage. I really prefer blending out my foundation and base products with my finger. I think it gives you the best coverage. Like it really melts into your skin. One of my biggest tips when it comes to makeup in general, or something that I have found in my style recently, is I like when my makeup doesn't have a ton of like really harsh lines, besides the lip combo. Okay, that's one thing we're not giving up. I enjoy when my makeup kind of just looks like maybe it could be my skin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this wet wipe. This is the Honest Beauty wipe, so they're actually really clean. And I like to kind of like wipe off my makeup on my nose. I'm also gonna wipe the outer edges of my brow to get off any extra foundation. Go in with my Hourglass concealer. This is the shade Dune, which is usually my go-to. With under eye, I would recommend using a brush to like diffuse everything easily. I think blending with your finger gives you like a ton of coverage, which maybe for a nighttime look, but for a daytime concealer, I don't think I need that much coverage. Can't recommend the Hourglass brushes enough. I know they're a little bit of an investment, but the thing with like makeup brushes and hair brushes and stuff like that is they're kind of staples. Like, you don't repurchase them often. It genuinely like diffuses this product in a way that a cheaper brush could not. So this is my favorite bronzer brand. It is RMS Beauty. I think RMS Beauty is like right up there with Rhode in the list of my top 5 brands. You guys, I can't believe how slept on it is. It's so good. I'm gonna have all of the shades and products that I'm using today in the description below, as always. That way, if I like actually forget to say something, you can actually go and see, because I am all over the place. Obviously, if you can't tell by the way I speak, I tend to go on tangents. Like, I get really wrapped up in my own thoughts. So I'll have the products linked for you below. Moral of the story. Okay, we have a little bit of warmth in our face. I'm actually gonna spray a quick layer of the Rhode Glazing Mist. You can see that brought like a little bit of that natural glow. Now, this is the completed base. Let's go ahead and move into blush. If you're new here, the blush cocktail is basically this thing that I always do in my makeup that I personally think is the reason my makeup always is bomb, no matter how crooked and backwards I did the steps. The blush cocktail kind of fixes everything. What you're gonna need is a couple of drops of any glowy formula. Today, I'm gonna do a mix of 2. So this is the Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. This is a new edition, so we're kind of like putting her to the test. And then this is the tried and true, the Say Super Glowy Gel in the shade Star Glow. It has to be the shade Star Glow. This is my favorite blush formula ever for the blush cocktail. I really only do this with cream products. I think most of my makeup a lot of the time is cream based. So this is the Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blush. It's very unique. It's almost like an oily formula, and honestly, like 1 drop gives you so much pigment. It's kind of unbelievable. I'm gonna take my Hourglass blush brush, which I have to wash before my trip. Like, it's actually really bad. Those 2 glowy gels kind of bring down the pigmentation a little bit, but you can see how glassy and reflective this is, almost like a mirror. Kind of using like the tip part of the brush, and I'm drawing a C all the way from my brow bone down to my upper cheekbone, and I always do it in that area. For me, doing blush on the apples of my cheeks, babe, like, it does not do anything for me. My bone structure just like doesn't give. This is what looks best, is when I apply my blush at like super high points of my face that would naturally reflect sunlight. You can see it's not like you're getting a super pink finish, like it's just a very sheer blush, but you can really make it your own. Like, if you're someone who likes a really super bright pink, I would say add an extra drop of the blush and a little bit less of the glowy gel. And then you can play around with like different glowy formulas for your cocktail. I really like incorporating the Benefit High Beam, and I actually made an entire separate YouTube video called How to Glow. It's all of my favorite like glowy skin products, so check that out, or I'll link it for you, because that literally has all of the ingredients in my blush cocktail in one place if you want like recommendations. So the next thing I'm gonna do is my lip combo, because I actually can't bear to look at this anymore. I'm going to be mixing a couple of shades. I love a MAC lip liner. I live for a MAC lip liner. Today we're mixing the shade Chestnut and Chili Rimmed, which is like a bright red and basically like a cool toned brown. I'm usually not a fan of a brown lip liner for my complexion. On me, it looks great on everyone else, but I like a little bit of color, so I'll do 1 layer. And obviously we overline, okay? I want the lip filler allegations. I want the plastic surgery facial reconstruction allegations. It like flatters me. Layer of the red on top. I'm gonna take a tiny little lip brush and just blend those 2 together. If you guys want me to do an updated like brown girl friendly lip combos video, let me know, because I feel like my lip combos have changed a lot in 2025. Like, I have been very lucky with finding new colors that work for my skin tone, because up until this year I was just using NYX Club Hopper, which I still love me some Club Hopper, okay? But now I feel like I have options. Like, I can kind of match my lip combo to my outfit or my mood instead of just committing to the one lip combo that I think looks good on me. Guys, I'm actually freaking out because why does my face look so much lighter than my body? I think I need a little more bronzer. Okay, see, another key tip, okay? Doing your makeup is like cooking a meal. RIP to those of you who don't know how to cook. Who don't know how to cook or do your makeup, and this is just not helpful. But basically, you know how you have to like taste the food as you're cooking to see if you need to like add more seasoning? Yeah, same thing with beating your face. Okay, like if you are just like looking in the mirror and you're like, something's looking off. Or you know what, the best test is take a selfie in your phone. It will humble you. You'll be like, okay, my makeup, like we need more eyeliner, or this eyeliner is crooked. Like just in the middle of your makeup, or open up your TikTok, the beauty filter can be on, I don't care. I'm a big fan of like delusion. I don't need to see like the raw like front camera angle, but sometimes when you like look at yourself through your phone, you can kind of see, oh, I missed a spot, or like, oh, that looks kind of horrid, or that looks really good, let me do more of that. Just a little tip. So, and as you can see, like my dark spots are already starting to peek through a little bit. It is what it is. That's life. Like, I could put a lot more makeup on it, but since I enjoy the like glowy clean girl look, I'm just gonna let a little bit of the dark spots show, because that's okay. Like, it's not that serious. For my lip combo today, I'm gonna use one of my favorite brands, which is Kulfi. I'm kind of going for like the pumpkin spice neutral vibe. I don't want anything super pink and summery. So this is one of my favorite products ever. This is the Kulfi Lussy Lips Staining Oil, and my favorite two shades of this are Caramel and Black Cherry. I like to use Black Cherry like on a travel day or something as a lip stain, but Caramel is like the perfect shade of neutral pink for me. And then because I want it to be a little bit more nude toned, I'm taking their new gloss. This one is in the flavor Chai. I also have Black Forest Cake, which I loved. I wore that one yesterday, but we're gonna do Chai today, period. The final touches that are gonna take us from like cute, pretty to like, okay, the makeup is tea. Ow. Let's add a few details to make this look more fall and more gorgeous, okay? You're gonna take a little bit of any powder you want. My personal favorite is the Huda Beauty powder, and I also really like the Tower 28 pressed powder in Banana Bread. So I take it on like just a little fluffy brush. This one is like a cheap brush from Amazon. And the areas that I'm gonna mattify are basically right under my eyes, right in my smile line. Also gonna set my zit because she is shiny, and you can already see this makeup looking a lot more airbrushed and flawless. So this is a very important touch. And what I do when I'm like on the road or I'm out and about after I've done my makeup, there will be two things in my purse. One is my lip combo. The second thing is I'll just take one of those triangle powder puffs, load it up with pressed powder or loose powder. And because I honestly, as much as I love the little Huda Beauty travel size thing, I'm sorry, it still takes up too much room in my purse. Like, have you seen the size of my purse? It's like smaller than a tiny French baguette. I prep my powder puff with powder before leaving the house. So that way, the only things in my purse for touching up my makeup are my lip combo and a little triangle that's gonna keep me from looking greasy. I feel like people really lie about what's in their bags. I'm telling you, people think makeup is so hard, and it's really not. It's just all about details and taking your time with it. Make a little ritual out of it. I think that is the key, is you have to enjoy doing your makeup. Give yourself enough time, put on some of your favorite music, get your favorite drink. Like, she's tea, okay? My skin is not perfect by any means right now. But look at how beautiful and radiant this makeup is. When you really learn your bone structure, and instead of like using makeup to hide your imperfections or whatever it may be, when you allow it to just like highlight your favorite parts of yourself, your relationship with makeup and relationship with yourself in general will just change, okay? This is the completed makeup look. Like I said, everything that I used in this video and ranted about, but maybe I didn't say the shade name or like the exact name of the product, I'm gonna have it linked for you below. I love you guys so much. Happy fall. I hope that this season is amazing and brings some positive new changes into your life. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.